So let us actually jump straight into step one. And step one is reflect. In this instance, we're going to be reflecting on 2023, right? So if you see me looking down, it's because I am looking at my tablet. I have made some notes and you can nicely follow along inside the workbook that I have supplied for you. So what I want you to do now, I want you to start with step one and basically just reflect. So what is reflection? Reflection is a process whereby we thoughtfully consider and contemplate, your own experiences, your own actions, your own thoughts. And it involves taking a step back and then just gaining insight on the various aspects of your life. So it's also understanding your emotions and evaluating the choices that you've made, learning from past events, if I can stop there. So not trying to not make the same mistakes that you did last year. So all in all, reflection is an essential part of personal growth, and self-awareness and just making informed decisions into your future. So what were some of the challenges that you've had to overcome, right? What were some of the biggest challenges and obstacles that you faced in 2023? And how did you overcome them? And what did you learn from those experiences? So that is the very, very first self-reflection question when it comes to step one, which is reflecting on your 2023. What were the biggest challenges or obstacles that you faced, and how did you overcome them? And what did you learn from these experiences, right? When it comes to your growth and development, in what way have you grown? In what way have you changed as a person? And I need you to consider your beliefs as well, your attitude and your behaviors as well when it comes to growth and development, right? I'm asking these questions hoping that it will trigger your subconscious so that you are able to journal and you are able to write down the answers as they appear in your head. This is a no perfection zone. It does not have to be perfect. Write down the first thing that comes up in your head. What about unfulfilled aspirations, right? Were there goals or aspirations that for 2023 that you did not achieve, right? Reflect on those. Reflect on how did it make you feel because they were not met, and maybe some of the reasons that you feel they were not met. Were there any surprises, right? What took you by surprise in last year, whether it was positive or whether it was negative? What took you by surprise? How did you adapt to those unexpected events or revelations, right? What about gratitude? Right? What are the things that you are most grateful for? Think about people, think about experiences, think about opportunities that enriched your life. What are the things that you are grateful for? When it comes to your self-care and your well-being, how did you care for your physical, mental, emotional well-being? Were there habits that you adopted or new practices that you adopted? Or did you simply not care about your well-being and that is something that you want to focus on in 2024? What about your relationships and your connections? Have they evolved? Have they remained stagnant? Were there new relationships that had a significant impact on you? What else have we got here? We've got professional and academic growth, right? How did you progress in your career? What were the key learnings and how did they shape your future aspirations? Because remember, whatever you are learning, whatever the personal or academic growth, it's setting you up for future, right? For future aspirations. And then looking forward, based on those experiences in 2023, what would you do differently, right, in 2024? Are there new areas you'd like to explore? Are there changes that you need to make? So therefore, these key questions will support you in just getting things out of your head and onto paper. It is so, so important to have these self-reflection questions. And if you did not get them all, don't worry about it. you can watch this video over and over. You can pause, you can fast forward, the video will be here. You can watch it as many times over as you can. So why is reflection important? It's important because reflection allows you to understand yourself better. it also it also helps you to learn. It helps you to learn because by reflecting on your past experiences, you are extracting valuable lessons and insights, and you're turning that experience into opportunities for growth, which is so important. But it's also important because of goal alignment, right? So reflection helps us to align our goals with our values, um, and our priorities, ensuring that our pursuits, whatever we are going for, is in line with our authentic self. It also helps with decision making, and it's just an enhanced emotional intelligence, right? So there is many reasons for why self-reflection is important. So what I've basically just done now in this first section is I've shown you a method of self-reflection in this by asking yourself those questions, journaling on those questions, really looking within yourself, and finding the answers and putting them down on paper. And if you are not a paper person like me, that's totally fine. Take your tablet, type it out, open a Google Doc, type it out there. It doesn't really matter as long as you are extracting and having these reflection moments of 2023. Yeah, so basically, we've just done the reflection. I also wanted to share with you on how to reflect. You set aside a time, you ask yourself some questions. You do that by journaling. You can even do some sort of a meditation. We're going to be doing a visualization as well. And then just remembering that reflection is an ongoing process. It's not something that you do and then it's done, right? It's an ongoing process that evolves with your experiences. You have to embrace it as a tool of self-development or personal development, and a means to live just a more intentional and fulfilling life. So we have concluded step one. Step one is reflecting on what was. I asked you a couple of journaling questions, things you can reflect on. We've covered what reflection is, why reflection is important, and also how to reflect. We've just done that. So we're going to move on to step two now.